Up until recently, it was a case of never mind the doodles, but now the marker pen drawings of the Sex Pistols singer Johnny Rotten are getting a second look. The punk rocker's doodlings are still on the wall of the London flat he lived in during the late 70s, and some people want them preserved as part of England's heritage.
They were the bad boys of British music in the 70s and 80s, delighting in poking the establishment in the eye, a favour returned in the Conservative press. But now a side of the Sex Pistols that is still dividing, not their music but their art. When the band lived in this central London flat, Johnny Rotten decided to add his artistic touch on the walls with a marker pen. A depiction of fellow musician Sid Vicious, a girlfriend and the band's manager all immortalised. And now the subject of a deep debate about whether this should be preserved as part of the nation's heritage.
We know how significant punk was to that generation and to society in the mid-1970s. And I think that these paintings are relevant and significant for that generation and for that particular period of history.
This is not the first musician turned artist, and while a canvas may be unusual, some believe there is serious talent here.
There's a lot of rock musicians out there that have produced a lot of terrible art. The funny and interesting thing about this is that, you know, kind of unwittingly, John Lydon has produced some quite good caricatures, but he's not really trying to ram it down anyone's throat. It's just a story which has kind of emerged without his influence.
At their peak, the Sex Pistols revelled in their anti-establishment status, and it may not be high art, but it could add to a slow and perhaps embarrassing drift towards respectability. Philip Williams, ABC News, London.